difference to wildlife.
Mule deer numbers region-wide have declined.
Now the scientific community, they'll typically take decades.
The study ostensibly is about mule deer and development in Teton County. However, what 1% funding has allowed us to do is actually have a conversation about science and policy.
Science is supposed to inform conservation. How are we going to do that? Jackson Hole is a perfect place to test that out. It's a community that's articulated, and it's an obvious affinity and real deep passion for wildlife in place.
So there's been this conflict and this disconnect that has existed between the scientific community and the planners for years. They want tentative, testable, and explanatory. We want defensible and immediate.
That I think there's always room to improve policies, but I think that that's kind of a job for the county commission level and some of the planners, and as they review projects, they can identify shortcomings of some of the policies. As a biologist, I'd rather be looking at the data and making recommendations based on the data, and I think the policymakers need to take a hard look at those things.
I think this project in particular was explicitly focused on process, which at first glance might be a little dry, but I think upon further conversation you can see that there's some depth and importance and a need, a community need to have conversations. We picked mule deer as a species because they don't have sharp teeth. They don't tend to bring volatile reaction like other species, wolves, mountain lions, grizzly bears. They typically don't kill people, things like that. So mule deer are a relatively easy species. We put this project together in 2008 and started asking these questions, and in 2009 we wrapped up our assessment and provided some recommendations. But in the meantime, some things jetted forward, and that's the NRTAB is still a convened group. They have a task list in front of them.
One of the key functions of the Natural Resources Technical Advisory Board is to take that literature and to take those scientific results and to break them down into a format that's digestible by policymakers.
They want to know. They want to do the right thing, which is, absolutely amazing, given the fact that it's really easy to kind of shrug your shoulders and just make a decision.
One of the things that we often miss in these science policy discussions is effective communications. And I think the communication is one of the things that Doug really brings to the table.
Yes, we do meet around a big table.
Our project was explicitly investigating science as it relates to policy. Embedded in that is a qualifier that says science is not your final answer. It's really what we value. The community has been involved in the comprehensive plan, which put as a very top priority stewardship of wildlife, habitats, and scenery in Teton Valley. It's really a remarkable thing for a community to articulate as one of their top priorities the conservation of wildlife and habitats and scenery. It's a stunning example of where this community is.